What's up, people? Smffy here, and back with more Black Ops 3, and again, still grinding through those challenges, and back again on this one, still at the point where I'm working through the Gung-Ho challenges with the Akimbo Overclock, because in a challenge where you've got to sprint and fire Akimbo, these things are basically God. But I thought I'd load this gameplay pretty much in full, because it was pretty surprisingly good for the style of play, and I was just bombing around. You can see on this one as well that I'm using rejack. I unfortunately had to do the last couple of rejack kills to hit that challenge, which thankfully now done, because that thing is absolutely shocking. It's not even really very good anymore. It's actually virtually gifting people 2 kills when you use it, but I do pick up a few here, but I'm not sure it's that much of a problem anymore anyway, because you don't really keep your streaks or anything like that as you did in the beta, where it was a bit of a joke. People hitting nuclears on YouTube channels and dying 3 times in the process of 1 nuclear, which makes no sense at all. But yeah, in terms of the kill streaks, I was still at a point where I was using these kind of older kill streak challenges that were missing. I've still got a few things to do with the dart, actually. I've realised shooting down aircraft. I mean, I didn't realise that you could shoot down a spy plane, for example, with a dart, but you can. So, happy days. So it'll actually be quite useful in some game modes. If someone's got sort of 3 UAVs, then you can probably pick up quite a huge amount of points for that. Would you get 75? So if you manage to do that, if you had combat focus, for example, as a dirty rejack, this guy's like, what the hell? It's probably raging. I would. But yeah, if you had combat focus or something like that, then I guess using a dart and just holding it until, you know, somebody calls in a load of airstreaks, then maybe you can pick up a load of points, because if you can pick up 600 points with it, shooting down 3 UAVs, for example, too bad. But as it is, I mean, it's too expensive. You get a couple of points for it, and it's so slow as well. I mean, it just takes you out of the game. You're flying around again. Please don't crash into a little tiny tree. And you quite frequently do crash into tiny trees. Is the main problem with it. I just fly it directly into that guy's nuts. Bad day for him. But yeah, so the Akimbo Overclock is a bit of a scumbag class, as you probably know. But I'm using them anyway. But I'm now kind of done with it. But I did find that during the process, having Gung-Ho and these is absolutely crazy, because you just literally sprint around and you never really need to stop. You just kind of run through people with your extended bullets. As you can imagine, people probably get really annoyed because they're quite a powerful class, but quite a good one if people are running shotguns, for example. You can actually beat some of the shotguns using these, which is surprising but actually possible. But yeah, so in terms of the challenge here is again the continuation of the one, which is getting kills while sprinting and hip firing, which is harder than you think, especially if you don't generally use Gung-Ho, because literally it's quite difficult for me not to stop when I see someone, because I'm so used to it. What I usually do is jump. Nice triple Hellstorm, that was one of my targets as well, which is now done. Getting 10 of those is surprisingly difficult, and I deliberately crashed that because I just saw, as soon as I threw it, I knew this guy jumped in, and thank God I literally lucked out and got off the dart quick enough, which you should always do really, because the dart, you know, I wouldn't recommend using it, because it costs you quite a reasonable amount of score to get. I think it's 600-700, I forget which one. Looking at the thing on the right, it's probably about 650-700 maybe. And realistically speaking, you're going to fly around for ages and you might pick up 75 points, but in the minute that it took you to do that, you probably could have got 100 points for killing someone anyway. So I'm kind of more of a fan of non-human controlled, so all the kind of AI stuff, and particularly the sentry gun. The sentry gun's, you know, 1,000,000 times better than having a dart, because you can use it to kind of pin down and hold a certain portion of the map, which is obviously a lot more beneficial than having some crappy plane flying around with these guys getting all sorts of trouble, and the LCARs just rip them to pieces. But if I had my dart now, and if I'd have realised now that I could have shot this counter UAV down with it, then I would have done it, but unfortunately I didn't. But yeah, this is life. But anyway, so pretty strong gameplay, considering what I was using, as I get lightning chain there like an idiot. But yeah, I picked up a nice MLG dart sniping kill cam right here. So happy days. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Sub for more if you did. I'll be grinding these challenges, so keep up, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.